live life like it's perfect, my children are smiling.
What up, Tea Timers? What's up, Tea Time TV? So, just as you saw on yesterday's video, leg day, today is shoulder day. We've got some OHPs, standing overhead barbell press, for those of you that aren't familiar with the acronym. So that's the main focus for today. I think today I'm working with 70% of my OHP max. I'm estimating my OHP max to be anywhere from 170 to 180. That's a 1 rep max. So yeah, guys, I'm excited for today. Heading up to the gym now. We should be there in about 3 minutes. I've had, so far I've had Subway. I had a foot-long chicken breast with a couple slices of ham. So extra meat on there, pepper jack cheese, very light mayo, very little bit of light mayo, mustard. Anyways, had a good meal. Had a PB&J, some banana, some Special K cereal bars, and a little brownie that they also made. So definitely carved up. Should be a good day. I have 2 cycles, I guess you could say, of a push day. Push meaning literally push, so you're pushing when you do chest, and then you're pushing when you do shoulders. Today's emphasis is on shoulders, so I'll be doing OHPs, I'll be doing seated dumbbell shoulder press, I'll be doing a lot of shoulder raises, lateral raises, and however I do throw in 1 chest exercise. I think today we got flat dumbbell or flat barbell, I don't know, we'll see. I forgot what I have written down. And then my other push day, which I'll record 2 days from now, is more emphasis on the chest, and I think we just have light OHPs that day for the shoulders. So that's the way I'm running this new program, guys. So far so good. I haven't even been through a whole cycle of it. It's a 10-day process, a 10-day program, and then it starts all over. So excited to see how it goes, excited to see how my numbers increase. Hopefully they don't decrease. Now they definitely won't with the I'm putting on, you know, maybe a pound a week or so, and a pound every 2 weeks, sorry. So strength is coming up. I feel good, feel great. Life's green. So I'm definitely going to try to keep the rant to a minimum on this one. I don't think I'll be vlogging anymore after this. So I'll be hitting my workout. And yesterday I got kind of busy, so we're doing the turkey burgers today. I'll still be on my macros. My current macros, for you guys wondering out there, are anywhere from 170 to 180 grams of protein. I'm not in prep, so you know, within a 10 gram range, I'm okay with that. 300 to 315 carb, again, 15 carb range. If I hit 280, if I hit 290, if I hit 300, if I hit 320, I'm fine. I'm not stressing right now. And fats, anywhere from 60 to 65, I'm happy with. So overall, I feel good. Eating plenty as opposed to show. So feel good, guys. Should be a good day. Should have a nasty pump. So let's get it. Shoulders and triceps mainly today, so let's do this. Alright guys, what's going on? Eddie checking in. It is currently 10:30 p.m. on this Sunday, January 24th, the same day that I filmed this. Hit the workout around noon today. So like I said in the video, we've got OHPs today, standing overhead barbell press. So I definitely like to get in some band work, a lot of you know, good stretches, warming up my rotator cuff, and then to me, honestly, there's nothing like, even like yesterday, you know, hitting the squats, there's nothing like actually hitting some light squats to get a good warm up. So here, OHPs with just the bar, I think I hit a total of 20 reps, and if you see the way I'm doing it, I'm actually emphasizing or practicing, you know, as if I was, you know, actually hitting my working sets. I think that's key, to take your warm up as serious as your working sets, as your actual workout. Take your warm up very seriously. Stay injury free. So that was just the bar, 45 pounds. Here I added on 25 pounds on each side. Again, still warming up. So total for 95 pounds right here. Guys, pay close attention to the bar path here. You want to create almost a linear line, and then what I like to do, and a lot of people like to do, is as the bar clears your head, forehead, eyebrows, start tucking in your head and your body, start leaning it forward slightly, And you actually feel this contraction at the very peak, at the very top. You'll feel this contraction with your traps, and you get that full extension. Something that actually I learned from I wouldn't even say he's a CrossFit guy, but I mean he's done it all: bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit. Very knowledgeable guy. So something helpful tip. So here we bumped it up to 35 pounds a side. So that's 70, 45. That's 115. And these are my actual working sets. So 5x6 on these. It actually, the 70% came out to 112 pounds. Kept it at 115. So again, look at that bar path. The bar's, in a straight linear line, making sure, I'm getting that full extension. And then I'll zoom to the back side to where you could actually see that contraction that I'm talking about. Just doing some random posing here, looking at the vascularity, overall fullness. I do talk about how I felt a little flat today. Doing 300 grams of carbs a day. I probably should be doing about 200 pre-workout and 100 post-workout. Today I think I did about 140 pre-workout and 160 post. I think I've actually got a bowl of Apple Jacks left for the day. I think I've got about 30, 40 grams of carbs left to hit. So, yes, guys, you can eat carbs after dark. Okay, yes, you can. Okay, so yeah, guys, here, what's that? My second set. This is my second set of 5x6. Definitely pushing through, keeping the form. I do wear my belt, and I guess they kind of do help, and I feel more stable under the bar. Wearing the Romaleos again, but I really am just wearing them, honestly, to keep breaking them in. Only the third time wearing them. But yeah, guys, just a key thing, and I forgot to touch on this on leg day. Get a big, deep breath of air before any rep, and push your gut, push your stomach into that belt. And really, focus on that breathing. Exhale as you come up, or in the sense of a squat. If we're talking about a squat, take a deep breath, and on the way up, exhale. So again, still working with 35 pounds on each side, total for 115. Felt pretty good. The last two sets, and even a little bit in this set, definitely started coming a little bit fighters, but just my reaction says otherwise, right? Just sticking to it, following the plan, guys. Keeping it conservative this off season, making sure I stay injury free. So here's the backside. Keep in mind my tripod does have a broken leg. I've went ahead and ordered one because I completely forgot that it was broken up until today. Because remember yesterday I forgot it. So here we got the backside, and if you pay it right there, you can see the contraction on the traps and the rear delt. I mean, there's really no movement for me. Preference, honestly, OHPs to me are the number one go-to shoulder builders. I will be hitting seated shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press here in a bit, but honestly, my go-tos are these OHPs. So kind of applauding myself right there for getting that set. I was definitely feeling a little fatigued. Shoulders were definitely feeling it. So I keep a close grip, as you can see, guys. Well, I mean, it's, slightly wider, or right at shoulder width, I guess you could say. My elbows are tucked in. They're not flared out wide, and I'll definitely touch on this whenever we move over to the shoulder press, seated shoulder press with the dumbbells, and I'll, touch on why and everything like that. And I'll go ahead and do it now. Pretty much when your elbows are flared out, they're real exposed, and you can feel that tension. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see it here whenever we move on to the dumbbell shoulder press. This is something that I picked up on through a lot of other channels, a lot of other bodybuilders that I watch, friends who highly recommended it. And in my experience, honestly, guys, when I completely open up my shoulders to like a 90-degree, honestly, I can go heavier. But the amount of pain in my shoulders is almost unbearable the next day, or sometimes the day of. So kind of just waiting for these OHPs to get done. So again, that was 5x6 with 115 pounds. Today was 70% of my max. My next shoulder workout will be working with 90% of my max. I don't know that math off. I think it was 135, but I already hit that workout, so we're going to be pushing for 140 to 145 pounds, 5x3, maybe even 150, because that 135 6 days ago felt pretty good. So definitely see the vascularity, the pump going. Okay, guys, now here, this is what I wanted to touch on right here. You'll see my elbows kind of at a 45-degree angle from my delt. As always, butt back, have your back up against the padding. I prefer this over the shorter seated benches. You know what I'm talking about, where it doesn't cover your whole back. I prefer these right here. But all right, let's get to the point. So the dumbbells, the backside of the dumbbells are actually touching my delt. They're coming all the way down. But look at my elbows. It's almost a 45-degree angle as opposed to them being flared out. And I hope I'm making sense, guys. If not, I will re-record this and actually do an instructional video, because I think it's going to play a huge role in keeping you guys injury-free. And I think you'll be able to see it better on this angle right here. So look at my elbows. They're not. You see how they open up slightly? They didn't keep opening up how you normally see people do it, or how you yourself might do a typical shoulder press. Keep them tucked slightly. Now, obviously, you don't want to have your elbows in front of you. Sorry, I'm fumbling up my words, guys. I just still fairly new to this voiceover, as always. But you do want to have them flared out slightly. Just don't open that wingspan all the way. You're putting your shoulders in a vulnerable position. It may feel okay at during the workout when your shoulders are heated, when you got that pump going, when you're on pre-workout, etc., etc. But definitely take care of your shoulders. You definitely need them. You cannot do shoulders, you cannot do chest, you cannot bench or anything without them. So as you can see, again, my shoulders are slightly tucked at that 45-degree angle. My back is all the way up against the padding. My butt is all the way up against the padding. And guys, keep you can't see it here. Keep your feet firm on the ground, okay? We want our feet firmly on the ground at all times. So I hope that helped. I did 2 sets with 60 pounds, so that's 120. Felt real good. Knocked it up a notch on that last set to 65 pounds. So here, just checking out the pump. Felt really good at this point. Doing some front shoulder raises. Trying to keep the swing to a minimum. The next angle will actually do better justice, but I kind of liked how my physique looked right there. So again, guys, if you can't lift the weight with just your shoulders, put it down and knock it down. In all honesty, and this is just, I'm guilty of it too. Last week, I believe I worked with 40 pounds. I picked up the 40s and I couldn't get them up. I felt that I was going to be swinging too much, so I knocked it down to 37.5s. Even just the slightest bit helped, guys. I'd rather knock it down and do them right. Just doing some curls, just again, felt good, felt the pump going. I actually screenshotted that for a picture that I'll be posting later on Instagram. Instagram will be in the description below. So yeah, guys, as you can see, look, very minimal swing right there. Focusing on the shoulders and kind of holding it for like a half count at the top, really getting that contraction, that peak. I really, really like this. Last show, December 12th, judges liked my overall physique, great symmetry, blah, blah, blah. Maybe add a little bit of size, as always. I've always been a smaller guy, guys. I started off as 135 pounds at 18 years old. I didn't touch a weight till I was almost 19, so I'm 23 years old now. Definitely happy with the physique I have built so far. Naturally, it's been a long road, but I know guys that have been training for 12, 13 years plus, and I'm 4.5, almost 5 years into the game, and sitting at 161, 162 pounds. I feel pretty good with what I've accomplished so far, but there's so much more to gain. So again, guys, keep the swing to a minimum. And I highly recommend you hold that weight up there for a half count to a 1 count and really focus on the contraction. So like I said in the video, grab some water, guys. I do 2 cycles of a push workout. One obviously is more with more emphasis on the chest, and one is with more emphasis on the shoulders. However, on this typical shoulder day, I definitely want to get in at least some bench, for the chest. Since I'm already working my shoulders, why not, go ahead and utilize that and get a little bit of work in on the chest. So really, in all honesty, guys, here we're doing 3x10. So nothing heavy, 135 plus, what is that, 20 pounds, so 155. I believe. Really here, I'm taking my time. I'm focusing on the squeeze and really concentrating on my form. That way, here in 2 days, I got back tomorrow, Monday, and then I've got chest. Sorry, in 2 days, I'll have this workout right here fresh on my mind, my form and everything like that, my hand placement. How my elbows are coming down. Hopefully, I can hit chest with somebody and they can record me from like a top view, because that having the elbows at that 45-degree angle is exactly what you want to do here on this on the bench press. I was catching cramps from yesterday's leg workout right there, so definitely feeling a little bit of pain. That was a very uncomfortable set right there. So again, guys, 3x10 on bench press, just getting some work in, reassuring and reaffirming my form and everything like that. Practice. Practice. I'm constantly learning, making little adjustments and tweaks here and there. How I have my legs tucked back, it's almost like most powerlifters do. This is something that I started incorporating maybe about 6 to 8 months ago, and I really like it, except when you're really sore from your legs. You can definitely feel it in your quads. But it definitely helps, guys. It definitely helps. I feel like it brings up my chest. And it allows me to get that further stretch, that deeper stretch, and a better contraction. So that's a wrap for chest right there, 3x10. And I believe we're going to move into lateral raises. I only recorded one set of these. Guys, I was feeling a little fatigued after this, and like we talked about with the front shoulder raises, I didn't want to use a lot of momentum, and I was actually supposed to do 4x8. Instead, I knocked it down. I used 17 and a halves. I really focused on the squeeze, really focused on the shoulders, as you can see, coming up even, holding it for a 1 count at the top. And I went ahead and upped it 2 reps per set. So I went 4x10 because I dropped the weight. And that was just, to add a little bit more, difficulty into the sets. So that was it for that. I remember that was 4 sets of 10 on the lateral raises. Dumbbell side lateral raises, for those that aren't familiar with that. The dip machine, something I like to use, to really warm up my triceps, as if they weren't warm enough, right? Definitely like to use this. I like to go heavy on this machine right here. Did 4 sets of 8 here. And what I meant by as if they weren't warm enough, because if you pay close attention, anytime you bench, even using even hitting shoulders, your triceps are being used. I mean, some even argue that your biceps are used, and they are to a certain extent, but obviously not as much as the tricep. So then we moved on to tricep extensions. Guys, keep it simple on the triceps. Although a lot of people like to use, the tricep rope and everything like that. Yeah, that's completely fine. However, over the years, I've noticed, a lack of symmetry in my triceps. Maybe I'm overusing one. So over the past year and a half, I've actually switched all my tricep workouts to single hand. So what I'm doing here is a 4x12 with a neutral grip. I'm actually holding onto the cable / ball, whatever you want to say or however you want to call it. And I'm getting that full extension, as you see right there, getting that squeeze. I'm getting all 3 parts of the tricep, and then I'm holding it for a 2-second negative. So 1, 2, and back down, exploding on the way back down. 1, 2, 3, almost a 3-second negative. Correct me. But really focusing on that squeeze. As you can see, 4x12. Just keeping it simple. I did that on both sides, and that was pretty much it for the triceps, guys. I believe after this, we moved on to some leg raises. I felt the pump right here. Decided to check the abs. Honestly, being 5 weeks post show, I was checking the abs. I was like, you know what, should I even? But they still look pretty good. Should I even post an ab video? But no. Overall, still on this reverse diet, holding strong. I'm currently about 5 to 6 pounds. It varies. Weight fluctuates. 5 to 6 pounds up from my stage weight. So here, guys, we are hitting some leg raises. And the key on these leg raises, or this workout in general, guys, is getting that deep stretch at the bottom. If you notice, my abdomen fully stretches at the bottom. I mean, it's not a swing. I'm literally coming down slowly, and then once I'm I guess you could say, vertical. I even arch, and I should have gotten a side view now that I think about it. I even arch my legs backwards and get an even deeper stretch. Once you get tired of doing leg raises, or if you're not up to that level, guys, do this right here, which is what I did at the end of that set right there, and actually start bringing your knees up. And here's another clip of that, a close-up. So as you can see, still got the abdomen, still got the abs showing. Obviously not as conditioned or as dry come showtime, but definitely recommend these guys. There's nothing better. So many people ask me what I do for abs and this, that, the other. And honestly, guys, I'd be lying to you if I said I did anything crazy. I hit abs maybe 2 to 3 times a week for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, those 10 to 15 minutes are intense. All right, guys, so I wrapped up the workout with some posing. We are now 6 weeks post-show, so I'm definitely happy with what I see. Still holding on to that conditioning, that vascularity. Really just trying to improve day by day, guys. Increasing my calories slowly and surely, making sure I keep the body fat off to a minimum. But overall, happy with what I see, guys. We just got to take it day by day and keep progressing. As always, thank you, guys. All right, guys, so that's a wrap. Overall, happy with today. Hit the weight that I wanted to hit for OHPs and dumbbell shoulder press. Actually went up 10 pounds on dumbbell shoulder press than what I expected. It was planned to be 120. Actually went up to 130, so that felt good. On that last set, sorry. I felt that I could have hit every single set at 130, but I kept it conservative. People kept asking me, why are your workouts, kind of declining in a sense of workouts? Did that make sense? Like, I'm not hitting 15 workouts or 10 workouts or 12 workouts. I'm keeping it to a minimum, and I want to keep it conservative this offseason. I don't want any injuries. Some of you may know or may not know, I did suffer a slight tear to my left tricep early February 2015. That put me out for 5 months. That absolutely sucked. I mean, it was horrible. So gearing up for nationals this year, I definitely don't want any injuries. I definitely just want to see, a progressive overload on my strength, my reps, everything like that, like we talked about on yesterday's leg day. So yeah, guys, definitely happy with today. I felt like I should have eaten more carbs. Like I said, I'm eating 300 grams of carbs right now. If you saw my posing, you saw my posing. I'm flat, and that usually doesn't happen. Usually the carbs stay with me even throughout the workout. Maybe it was a prolonged workout, but when we're looking at 4:30, I pulled in around 2 o'clock. So yeah, the carbs should have stayed with me. I think I've only done about 120 grams of carbs. But that is because I was saving a lot of those carbohydrates right now, so I can enjoy this meal right now, the turkey burgers, and I think I'm going to pick up some baked Lays and some Coke Zero or something like that. So yeah, guys, don't ever eat regular chips. It's just too high in fat. Save those grams of fat for later on in the day, or some other fats, peanut butter, avocado, sour cream, cheese, anything. Just a little helpful tip. So that's about it for today. Like I said, you live and you learn, so definitely we'll carb up more. We might do 200 grams of carbs tomorrow, pre-workout, and then just 100 after. But on special occasions like this, I definitely want to conserve or keep my calories and save them for later on today. So as always, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. I really want to keep doing these videos. I'm gonna really try to put out a video every single day except for rest day, and that's every 4th day. So I train legs, shoulders, back, and then chest, and then I rest. So as always, guys, Tea Time TV, we are out.